Jesus is here, and he has multiplied himself over these 12, and he has sent them out into the world, all equipped, totally knowledgeable of what they need to do to reassert themselves as children of God in the earth. And they're healing the sick. Many of the people in the world have become sick with illnesses brought upon by what? The host of all of these spirits that they have no control of. Both spirits internally that are innately internal within them, spirits that you and I, all of us, have within our own selves that lay dormant and that are only brought into the world of light by another aspect that is knowledgeable of them, like the serpent did to Eve. When the serpent had Eve in the garden and he educated her on specific aspects of herself, he didn't educate her on the fullness of her creation. He educated her on specific aspects of herself that could be utilized to his benefit. So these aspects are prevalent, and they've grown and grown and grown. And anything that grows and is not controlled grows in a way that it will dominate you. You let your garden grow and you don't cultivate it. You don't know how to cultivate your garden. Or you're so busy doing other things that you let your garden just grow on its own. There will be no order to your garden. The weeds will overtake all of which you consider garden that you've intentionally planted. The weeds will naturally overtake it. It is the same way with anything that you do not manage in spirit. And so the people are sick. They have dis-ease. They have all kinds of spirits that are prevalent within them that have gone unchecked. They are no longer kings and queens of their own avatar. They are slaves to their own selves. They are no longer commander of their own kingdoms. They have been overcome by the weeds of their kingdoms that have gone unchecked out of ignorance. And because the lesser aspects of them have gone unchecked out of ignorance, they don't know themselves. They're making bad decisions. What happens when you don't know yourself? You make bad, unwise decisions. Nobody can tell you you're wrong. You get offended because deep within you know you're wrong, but you don't know how to fix your wrong. You don't know what part of you is out of sync and wrong. So you're sensitive. And now you're weakened because of it. Your kingdom, your avatar, your firewall is not strong. You're weak. You look strong, but you're actually internally very broken and very weak. And it is this broken nature that allows all of those entities that are outside of you, that are floating around in the air, that are all around at all times, waiting for a host to reside in, to align to you. And this is their entranceway in you, that brokenness, that crack. They have no other way in outside of a broken vessel. So these vessels are broken. The people, they're broken. They're ignorant of themselves. They do not know God within them. They have no relationship with God, even though they go to the house of God and they're looking for God. The leaders of these people are not leading them in a way where they're standing in the truth and the authority of God. The system is somewhat being pimped. It looks like the old system of the Old Testament. It mimics all the stuff that the people of the Old Testament did, but it has no power. It's all pomp and circumstance. It's just pageantry. Doing it like great grandpa did it, and doing it like grandma did it, and uncle and cousin and aunt and all this kind of stuff. All the great ones doing it like they did it, wearing their stuff, doing the ritualistic activities that they did. Those activities that the ancient ones did of the house of Israel were somewhat ritualistic in a sense that they did them the same way every time, but they had the heart and the intention to bring it to life. So it wasn't so much of a ritual. But now in the New Testament, it's a complete ritual. It's just a ritual. They're gaining power. The only power that they can gain is through ritualistic activities, because they have no real knowledge, they have no real substance, but what substance they do have, they find in ritualistic forms. So if someone that has come before you has done something with power and intent and in knowledge, and they do it a particular way, someone else can come from up behind them, after them, and not have the full knowledge of that thing. They may not have the full intention that that person that initially did it, or those people that initially did it, had, but they can tap into somewhat of that power just by exemplifying the level of ritualistic activity needed to get it done. If they believe and they have a desire and they follow the ritualistic activity, they can tap into somewhat of that power. And this is what the children are doing at this time. And this is what Jesus has come to turn them from. He's saying, you're not getting all of the power, you're getting some of it. But if you really want the power, I'm going to show you how to get it. You get the power by a mindset. So he multiplies himself among